100%.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, you have to take one step at a time. Same way I was when I was in Miami. I was taking one step at a time, knowing that my time will come again. I can't keep looking so far because I'll keep getting let down. If I keep looking far back, I was just looking at what is in front of me and taking the necessary steps to attack whatever is in front of me. And that is literally the plan. Yeah, I have to look at what's in front of me, and then when I've done what's in front of me, we go on to the next step. And that's the way you have to live. Personally, that's what I believe.
That level of maturity, you're only 28 because you are still young, one of the younger ones in the game. How did you mature like that to be able to? I don't know. There's a lot of wise words there, but they say sometimes, I guess, wisdom comes from those experiences.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to, getting out my comfort zone again. I'm always trying to evolve, always trying to evolve. I read about 2 books since I've been in camp, trying to evolve my mind, trying to evolve, my wisdom about the game and about everything about myself, So I think it's just the most important thing, You have to just keep elevating yourself, keep expanding your memory, expanding your mind. That's all I got here.
No, I like it. I'm listening. I'm interested because it's different. It's a different kind of point of view. A sort of like even sort of like a holistic kind of view to it. The way that you say you live in the moment because you can't control what's going to happen in the future, but you can deal with what's
What's
happening
happening now?
now.
Yeah.
Which is a good, solid, sensible way to look at life in general. That uh, they say life is boxing, boxing is life. I've heard it so many times, and it's so true because you can take that philosophy out of the ring and take it around with you everywhere. But something else that has happened to you, you've become a father. You know, how do you cope with that as well as a dual responsibility? Leaving home, coming to the lovely city of Birmingham for how many weeks to prepare to then go away to fight again away from home. How do you cope with that mentally? Because I've seen you on the social media. I know what you like with your family.
Um, I just deal with it, man. This is what champions are supposed to do. Supposed to go home, go away from home and train hard and sacrifice. It's not like I'm the first person doing it. If I want to be a great champion, you have to pay a price, and this is obviously the price that I have to pay. How far am I willing to go to get what I want? And yeah, obviously I miss my son a lot. FaceTime him every day, and it's just it's it's an experience. Obviously, he knows why I'm doing it. I hope he knows, even though he's 8 months. I hope he knows.
It will know.
Yeah, and yeah, man, just it's obviously it's very difficult sometimes, very difficult because the first 3 days or 4 days he couldn't really sleep because he's thinking, "Where's my dad?" You know what I mean? And then he's looking at me on FaceTime, smiling. Every time he hears my voice, he's getting happy. So he will understand. Got a nice holiday booked for him, you know.
Ready
So
to rest and recover and
rest and recover.
to
Yeah,
go again.
yeah.
So we're coming now to the closing stages. I ain't going to put this out till fight week. The camp, we've wound down on the camp. You focused on your fight. Obviously, we don't talk tactics. Vulnerabilities that you see that you can exploit. We know that fighters have habits, don't they? They have styles, don't they? They say styles make fights. You know how a fighter fights. How do you then go in that ring and possibly adapt to changes that he may have made to try and spring surprises on you? As I'm sure you would have probably done the same. And this is just me. Everyone says that you're a thinking boxer, so that's why I'm asking that question.
Honestly, I would just adapt. I just adapt the way I've adapted outside the ring, going out my comfort zone. It's all about adapting. We've been sparring in different gyms just to get used to going away from home and fighting in Bournemouth. So it's just about adapting. I'll see what he has, and then we just go from there. You know, see what he has, go from there. I know they're thinking the Isaac from 2018, or they're thinking they don't know what I'm gonna do. So I think they're gonna wait a bit and see what I'm trying to do. But we'll just see. As soon as I get in that ring, see what he's saying, and I'll get his rhythm. As soon as I get his rhythm, we go to work. You know.
Yeah, somebody that's not afraid to go inside. I've watched you fights. I know that you're not afraid to go inside and put that work in. You're a fighter that carries power as well. Your comeback fights, I remember you saying that he was a bit rusty, you know, over the first one.
Yeah.
But you still got him out of there anyway. I remember you going back into the corner and then telling you to, like, just chill.
Chill, yeah.
Yeah,
John
take
Pegg
your
was.
time.
John Pegg was doing that.
Yeah, and do what you need to do. And then obviously the fight after that, it was round one. The guy just couldn't take pressure. How do you deal with pressure? Someone's coming at you. Someone's a front foot fighter. They're aggressive. They're going to continuously come at you. They've got a good, solid engine. You know, they're going to try and tie you up. How do you deal with pressure?
Come at me, innit? Come at me. Let's see. Let's see how I deal with it. Come at me. You know, because of everything that I've already been through, bro. What's a fight in the ring compared to the things outside that I've been through? You know, at the end of the day, it's just a fight. We've prepared, and we honestly, you have to just see it for what it is. Just see it for what it is. The guy's gonna come at me. He's gonna come with pressure, and it's not gonna be like I'm not hitting him back. I'm gonna hit him back with big licks. So, you know, we'll see.
I admire that confidence. Do you think you're going to get him out of there before round 12? Because you fair enough. There's calibers of opponents. I understand that, and we have warm-up fights because we're heating up to get back into those deep waters again. I get it, but do you believe you can stop him before those 12 rounds are out?
Yeah, definitely. It would when he takes one of these shots and then just see how he reacts. You know, if I see a chink in the armor, yo, that's it.
I'm laughing because I've seen you go hunting. I've seen what you do when you hurt your opponents. You literally go straight for them. Kind of like similar to Joshua Buatsi. There's certain things that he'll do and he'll start hunting for you because it's like a shark. The blood's there. Okay, let's go. Similar, you do the same. Mm-hmm. Does that make you vulnerable sometimes? You think that, I'm not saying somebody can fake it in the ring that they're hurt, but do you think that can be a vulnerability sometimes? That people might panic and get their second wind and panic and, I don't know, hit you with a shot that you're not expecting? Not that you're expecting any of them.
I don't think like that, really. I don't think, oh, he might hit me with a shot. Then I won't even throw a punch. You know what I mean? I don't really think like that. I just think, okay, you have to call a spade, see it for what it is. You know, don't see it for what it could be. Just see it for what it is. You know, I'll go in now, test. I'll see in the clinches, is he strong as everyone says he is? Let's see, is he strong? Is he okay? Cool. Hits me with he's gonna catch me with a shot. Okay, is it really deafening or is it really crazy? Or okay, cool. Is it not as hard? Or okay, cool. He'll certain shots or certain rhythm, or is he quick, or is he not quick? Okay, let's see. Is he doing the same thing again and again? Okay, let's see. All of that will be clocking into my head. It'll be clocking. I'll be calculating. And then the formula is gonna be in my head. My coaches are gonna tell me, okay, this is what you do now, but still, I'll have my formula in my head because
that instinct.
And then I'll know. Done. That's it. I'll know what to do.
I only have to switch it on and off because it stops after 25 minutes. I ain't losing none of this footage. And after I've been chasing down for ages and you keep running off. Anyway, so yeah, fair enough. So we get to next week. I'm going to be positive because I like to be positive. I'm going to be biased. I want you to win. I'm sorry. I'm not one of these people that sit on the fence. I don't believe in that. And I want you to win because there's something special about you guys as fighters. I respect all of you, whether I'm a fan of yours or not. But I've watched you fight, win, disappear, come back, lose, disappear, win, and you just keep going. And people don't, people get gassed on this 0 record. And I would rather sit down and speak to a fighter that's lost in the ring. That Lawrence Okolie fight that you had, you lost it. What did you learn from it?
It was probably one of the best things that's happened to me because of everything that happened after. Best thing that's ever happened to me. You know, if I didn't go through everything that I went through in that fight and in after and the preparation and the lead up to that fight, the things that I should have taken control of. Because at the end of the day, I think I just turned 23 when I fought Lawrence.
You were a baby.
Yeah, yeah, small. And mentally, you know, everything that I've learned. And I wouldn't even be with my coaches, Bobby Mills and Connor Ward. You know, they're probably the best team that I've had ever. You know, and that's the team that I'm sticking with because they understand me. They understand what it takes. They're sacrificing too. They're leaving their families and kids. You know, they're it's a lot. So I'm very appreciative, and we're all doing this together. You know, we're all doing this together, and I wouldn't be the man that I am today. I wouldn't be the thinking the way I think and maturing the way I've matured if it wasn't for that loss. And you learn a whole lot. I don't even call it a loss. I call it a lesson.
Yeah, for real. I like to see it that way as well. Like I said, sometimes fighters can get obsessed with winning all the time, but like I said, in life, sometimes you got to take a L to come back stronger, which is what you intend to do, and obviously put on a performance next week. And I'm not asking you to overlook anything. I don't want you to. I just want you to give me kind of, or give the viewers, I beg your pardon, I'm being selfish now, we're not sat here on our own. What do you want? What is your kind of like career path? The start's done now. You're happy with your team. You've got your solid coaches. We're looking to get them titles. What's your career like? Your roadmap? What do you want to do?
I want everything, everything. You know, after this fight, the winner fights Jaya Patel for the IBF and Ring magazines.
Oh, is
As
that
they,
where we're going?
yeah, that's what they said on Sky. Fight for that belt. Fight for that. Go get Ilunga Makabi or unify with the WBC and IBF and Ring magazine. Just go for more, 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 more. That's my mentality. I know it's gonna be. I know after a few days, I'm gonna okay. What's next? What's next? That's just my mentality. I'm always on the what's next thing, you know, and that's the obsession.
You know what's kind of good though, and fair enough, I can't predict the future, but what's kind of good about the what's next is the fact that you're probably going to come back up against Lawrence Okolie, entanglement excluded with whatever's going on with him, but there's a possibility that you're going to come back and have that rematch. Looking back on your 23-year-old self that had the first match and looking at your 28-year-old self, stepping out of yourself, looking at those two completely different people. If you could go back to that 23-year-old, what would you say?
Keep going. Don't get disheartened. Keep going. Dry them tears. That's it, really. Just keep going, dry them tears, and just don't stop because there's more coming. The blessings are coming.
And you think you've got that blueprint now, how you'd beat Okolie. When you look at styles, when you say that maybe your style has evolved, you've had different coaches, you're going to have picked up different things from them. But when you look at Okolie's style and you think going back in there, have you seen much of a change with his style over the years that he continued to box?
Yeah, I've seen, you know, some interesting changes, especially obviously he's with Shane McGuigan. You know, I've seen he's more snappy with the jab. He's trying not to hold as much. Do you know what I mean? So yes, I've seen some changes, but you know, nothing that me and my team can't dissect.
It's a match that a rematch that we'd like to see because of the build up for the first one. Like I said, I watched the first one. I remember everything around it. I remember the approaches in the gym, the actual beef that seemed like it was real. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You two were proper going at it, and it sold the fight. And it's a fight, if I'm honest, that I'd like to see again. With obviously the developments from both of you as fighters. You're going to be going to get titles. He's got one, and like I said, if he moves up or whatever happens with him, there's a potential that you're going to go at it again. Also, you're on a collision course for Richard Riakporhe as well, because obviously he's sort of like on a similar trajectory. No titles as yet, but working towards it. Getting in the ring with him, a fighter that you know. How do you see that going? Obviously, you're gonna back yourself to win. I'm not gonna expect you to say anything else. Both of you are powerful punchers. How do you see that fight going?
With Richard, obviously, he's a good friend of mine. Trained at the same gym. We grew up together as well. So it'll be one of those ones, unless it's for world titles, big money. That's the only real. Even Ben Shalom said it. We wouldn't make that fight unless we one or both of us have a world title, and it's for a lot of money.
So there's that respect there, even
100%.
from the promotional companies that would say, "We know your relationship."
Yeah, 100%,
I like
100%.
that.
You know, some things are worth more than money and stuff. You know.
Respect to that. Anyway, listen, I know I could talk to you for ages. There's loads more I want to pick your brains on, but I know that you've had a hard session. Your coach is looking pissed off. You're probably hungry, and it's been a long day. Is there anything that you want to say to the viewers? You know, some of them that are doubters, some of them are supporters. Final words for them before you go into this fight next week.
Just thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. See you July 30th. Tune in.
Thank you very much. October Red Boxing with the lovely, soon-to-be champion, Isaac Chamberlain.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.